Hard mode. Challenge accepted. Alright, well, guess we're working backwards. We were able to make hay, we just couldn't get it picked up. Now it looks like we're getting picked up just fine, and we're not going to be able to make it anymore. I made 10 bales, and bam. It looks like this, it's like a slip clutch. That's a slip clutch, and this is a ratcheting clutch, so that when the PTO stops, this big ass heavy flywheel can keep spinning. And then the clutch is in case it kind of gets overloaded, it slips the clutch, and then there's a shear bolt. So a lot of safety things going on here because of the weight that's spinning. But I think what was happening is as it was plunging, it was hitting every time. I thought I heard something and I wasn't sure what it was, but it kind of started to maybe get a little bit heavy in there and clunk, clunk, clunk. So, well, I don't know, man. All right, well, so should we use duct tape, baling wire, twine? Can we put this together with twine? Bubble gum? Bubble gum. Ooh, let's JB weld it. Or just weld it. What can go wrong, right? Alright, well, here we go. Well, let's go see if we have another one of these laying around and get bolted on, because I don't think the duct tape or bubble gum is going to work. Alright, let's go check out our stuff. Alright, so there are many different solutions that we could have done there. I didn't know what to do. I took it apart. I tried a few different things, looked at it. I went through my scrap pile, found some things that could have worked, could have welded, could have did this, could have did that. No matter what, it wouldn't have been back the way that it was. There'd have been one function or another missing. I went up with the easiest one and eliminated everything, and I just put a bolt in it. No clutch, no, I don't know what the other thing was called that clicked. No rattle clutch, no slip clutch. So I just took all that apart, drilled a hole in the shaft that was there. The end of the shaft broke off. That's what broke, because the end of the shaft on this broke off. So I just drilled a hole. It was what was left through there, and drilled a hole through this, put a bolt in it, and well, it made a bale. So I'm going to go out to the field now and see how well it actually does. That did not work. As soon as it broke, I was thinking about it. Yeah, I knew better. That wasn't the right answer. I need to think about where the power transfer is. And the power transfer, it has to go through those clutch plates. I'm not totally sure, but it very well may be that it actually has to slip every time that the plunge, every time that it plunges a hard plunge, it slips a little bit. I don't know that for certain, but I think so. So, well, I didn't bale any more bales. It broke right away. I'm tired. I didn't get anything done. Frustrated. I have another baler, the 3-tie baler. I don't like those bales, but I can make them. So, there it is. So I've been on the phone all morning trying to find this part for the baler. This piece right here that broke. So it's this whole plate is all one piece, and this shaft broke off the end there. I tried bolting. I put a bolt through it to try to help. That didn't help at all. Didn't do anything help. So yeah, this is supposed to go on to there. and it didn't. So I made some phone calls this morning, called around, called the New Holland dealership closest to us, and no part. Well, they don't have it on hand. They have it in Reno, so far. They said they could drop ship it to me for a couple $100. The part's like $400, $500, $480, I think. I don't know. And then $200 or some shit to ship it, or $180 or $300. I don't fucking know. It was a lot of money to ship it and get it. I don't have any money, like none. I don't have no diesel left in my pack tanks. The tractor's got like half a tank in it, and the telehandler's got half a tank in it, which should be enough to get the last bit of bales out of the field, last bit of hay out of the field, in bales, in the barn. I'm gonna have to get this fixed though. So I called the guy who I got the baler from and just was like, hey man, you wouldn't happen to know where I can borrow a baler, or get some parts to get this finished? And he's like, well, I actually have the identical one of these New Hollands, but it's a wire baler, so it's only the knotters and stuff back there that's changed. All this is the same. He says he already robbed parts off of it. He said he went in there and he robbed, so there's supposed to be like a little spring in here, 2 springs in there, and these 2 little dogs that stick out, little pins that stick out. And they grab onto the ratcheting part of this. Here's the rest of the clutch. I have it all sitting over here apart right now. That, right there, that piece. So those 2 little pins come out and they sit here and they're on springs. So when you turn power on, it pushes it and spins it that way. When the power stops, this thing keeps spinning because it's heavy, because it's connected to that big heavy flywheel. And as it spins, these little dogs on the springs, they just kind of go ding, ding, ding. So when you stop it, you actually hear the clicking of each time the pins go down. It's rattle clutch. Click, 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 but a lot longer. So, yeah. So he took the springs out of that and the pins to put into this baler to fix this one, to make this one work. So he's already cannibalized it a little bit, but we'll replace the part for him. We're gonna here we go. Over there and dig it out of the blackberries. It's deep, it's way back in there. I haven't used it for years. So I won't be able to go over there until who knows when, but I'm gonna get ready as I possibly can to go over there. I'm gonna go out and rake that last little section until he calls me, and then I'm just gonna fly over there. Oh, don't forget the machete. I need the machete because of the blackberries. So we're gonna get the machete so we get the blackberries out of there. I'm gonna go grab as many of these tools as I can, which is probably pretty much everything I already have out right here. Didn't actually need that much to take this whole thing apart, but you never know when you show up somewhere what else might be on there, what other shields and things might be on there. So yeah, the good news is I'll be able to go over there and get that part, and then it gives me time to sell some hay, make some money, and then order those other parts so I can go put those back on his baler to keep that baler running, because he said he didn't want to cannibalize it. So they're not just robbing parts off it to rob parts off of it. They take it if they need it and then replace it, so it's either there as like a parts holder, or at least a baler that they could use. I actually have wire, so it's a good possibility that I might, get a hold of that baler too and do some wire baling. But not today, not this morning. So for now, I need to focus on just get my tools loaded up and getting ready to head over to Tom's place to get that dug out. Here we are. No diesel. Electric bill is late. It's not cheap. I think we're $1,600 on it now. 18, maybe over $2,000 on the electric bill now. Irrigation pump's expensive to run. Rent's due. Late. It's late. I paid a little bit of it. I owe it's $6,500. I paid $25, so I still owe $4,000. There's a hummingbird. Hummingbird just came in here. That was awesome. So went ahead and dipped into my retirement, pulled the money out of there. It was supposed to be automatically deposited in my account, and it wasn't. So there's a check. So I'm waiting on a check. It'll be here today, tomorrow, the next day. Who knows? Yeah. Well, sit here and video myself all day, but nothing's getting done that way. The two best things I have are the John Deere 4450 tractor right here and the telehandler. They're pretty decent. Oh, we still have hay in the field. We need to get the hay out of the field. Let's go get the hay out of the field first, and then we'll come back, grab the tools, and take off. Where's my hay? Oh, I have to walk. Let's walk. Is there anything to talk about while we're walking? No, I'm just gonna shut it off now because I don't think there's anything else I really want to say.